Hello, Achievers, and welcome to Okami. This is going to be a new series on the channel, and we're going to jump right in. However, I know that the intro to this game is forever long, so I will be including a timestamp so that you can just jump right to the gameplay if that's something you'd prefer. So let's just get started. I'm excited. This game's a lot of fun. It's been a while since I played it. I love the art style. It's probably my favorite thing about it is the art style and the music. Those two things. Long, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of something, proud and beautiful cherry trees. Cherry blossoms. Should probably wait for the letters to actually finish instead of assuming what they're going to try and say. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. Take you on, Orochi. Bring it. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. People were wrong. You'll see, don't worry. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into that particular building right there. The home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Why does it, like... I mean, that's just unfair to ugly people, I guess. Maybe bad genetics become a thing. Maybe ugly people become more common because the pretty people, the people with the good genetics, get taken out of the equation. Anyway, Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, why not his fangs? I feel like wolves are better known for fangs as opposed to claws, but that's okay. Shiranui leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. This is more than I've read in the whole year. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistened. Claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow. But Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. That's a weird analogy for sword fighting. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. I don't like that. I don't know what would be better. I'm sure a lot of things would be better, but I'm not... Like, it gives the image of, like, a floppy Pinocchio rather than the finesse of a fencer, right? Like, why'd they choose this? I don't understand. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed his eyes and drifted off, as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story, because why would it be? There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Oh, that's right. This dude, I remember this. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend, nothing but a fairy tale. Oh yeah, by the way, I can't do voices, I'm sorry. I can do like an old lady voice, and then my normal voice, and that's it. So heads up. You done fucked up, bro. Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds. Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. Now he's gonna, like, regret not wearing his brown pants today. Yep, he's gone. A lot of destruction. Some of this I remember and some of this I don't. Are we gonna play? This is it? Nope, it's not. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. 20 minutes later. It's a lot of exhibition to just have shoved into your face. But I guess the backstory is important for... Ouch. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such a calamity? We must act quickly. There's no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Okami Amaterasu. Such divine white light, such beauty and grace. Maybe it's Maybelline. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of us, all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Sniff. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. That's probably what it is. Nippon. Reminds me of Kippu. Nippon. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Yes. Yes, there has. And she starts laughing. Oh, there we go. Whew, what on earth? It's Isun. You again. What, Orion? What do you need, bubs? Ow, 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 are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. That's all. a very unique way to introduce a character. Just like have this perverted tiny bug man hidden inside her, like, cleavage. I don't know, the choices in this game are very interesting. That I play it as, I don't know, someone actually paying attention to the story more. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. I mean, that is impressive. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, Furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it. You look just like that statue of Shiranui. Wow, what do you think you're doing? I like how he turns red when he's angry. Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prized sword, Denkomaru, against you. We have bigger fish to fry, my friend. What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh great god, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. That sounds weird. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees returned normal, huh? That Sakuya girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit? That's the fruit. That girl said that. If you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me, too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. Alright. A couple of my animals need attention. I will be right back. Okay, so we need to go in here first and do the tutorial level. The best level. Just kidding, it's the most tedious. It got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Calypso, please don't rub against anything. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the right stick to look around. L1 changes your point of view. Boy, you look so helpless. Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Let's do it. We're gonna save the game. Hold on, that's an origin mirror. Mirror. It's a weird word. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it short, you can save your progress here. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of game files. That way you can always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes. They act like I've never played an RPG before. Let's go! Look at all those pots just waiting to be broken. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Press square to bust them with your head. Way to go, my furry friend. You can do it anytime you see something you can break. It's like Legend of Zelda meets Pokemon. Okay. I thought the wolf was looking at something, but I guess she's not. Ooh, camera. Alright. Time to learn how to jump. Whoa, hold on there, Furball. Get a load of that. That chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Press square to jump. Then press square again. But make sure you press it firmly. Firmly press it. Woo! I knew you could do it. They say good luck is found in high places, so keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure. We're gonna try and find all the collectible bits and pieces. They have pearls. Like, I think that's what they're called, or beads or something like that. They're beads, that's right. So we're gonna look for all of those as I play too. Don't think there's any in this level. There's definitely one in the village. Hi, I found a holy bone. It's a good day. I'm also making bank, kind of. Looks like the bridge is out. Oh no, whatever shall we do? This shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? That's kind of long. Mind if I call you Amy? Listen, Amy, ever heard of the spirits of the brush? Good brushwork has its own soul. Well, at least that's what they say. Just watch. I'd take all day to explain. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Nice, huh? Just a little technique I've mastered called rejuvenation. It's one of my many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken things or missing things. I've practically... Oh, excuse me. I can read, I promise. I've practiced really hard just to master this one technique, but there are 13. Each one is a power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods. Thanks for the backstory and exposition there. Thanks, buddy. The gods now dwell within objects all around us, but god or no god, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? Well, sometimes you just need to be a wolf. Oh. I tried to break it, but I failed. River of the Heavens. The River of the Heavens. They mean the fabled Stardust River? But I sure don't see anything like that around here. It couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? Okay, well, I'm gonna do this first. Because I need money to buy more bones. Okay. We're gonna pretend to know what we're doing here. I thought he was gonna try and fix it, but if not, that's okay. I do know I need to go up here. Wow, look at the stars twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. Hey look, are those stars forming a pattern, or is it just me? It's missing one. Guess I'll have to draw the missing star. Boop. Looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press R1 to hold the brush, then press square to draw. What's my right hand? That's my right hand. Okay. Sure spent a heck of a lot of time practicing that. Okay. Boop. I can also do all sorts of stars. We're gonna do so many stars. All the stars. Game's like, that's enough now. If it isn't Mother Amaterasu. I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yomigami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. I love the character designs. They're all so cool. I actually ended up crocheting an Amaterasu doll. And I wanted to do all of them, but oh, can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? I was just kind of skipping the dialogue, sorry. That would mean you were as good with the brush as yours truly. Nah, it couldn't be true. Who else could master this incredible god technique? I can. Anyway, I wanted to do the rest of them, but I have a problem of forgetting things. Like I put a project away in a drawer and then I forget it exists. Until much, much later. Wonder if drawing some stardust would get the river flowing again. Nah, it's one thing to fix a bridge, but a starry river? There's no way you could pull off a stunt like that. Well, you see, my tiny bug-like friend. I can do it. Whoa! A river of stardust, so this really must be the River of Heavens. Well, what I really want to know is who the heck drew the darn thing. Alright. And I can dolphin jump too, look at that. The twinkle sound effects make me laugh. Alright. This, and then... Ooh, I obtained an astral pouch. Look what you found, Furball. This astral pouch here is amazing. It can swallow up lots of food. Then when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. It's kind of intense. Let's start feeding it with whatever food we can find around here. I consumed apple. Luckily, it only does this for each first time I consume an item. Consumed an orange. I swear there's a hidden treasure chest, but maybe not. Yeah. Cool. Found all the stuff. Let's move on and get my hack and slashing skills. Ooh, I think there's a bead in this section. This is a really pretty shot. The animation style is very interesting, and from what I understand, from what a friend of mine explained to me, is that this is basically done in a way where it's inside out. I feel like I don't have the vocabulary to explain this correctly, but it's almost like each sprite is recessed, so that way the way like the trees shift and turn. I don't know. I feel like I'm explaining it really poorly. I'll have to come back to this thought later. But I do thoroughly enjoy it. Yes, I got a bead. Yay! Got the first one. Cool. Off to a great start. Can't see where I'm going, so I couldn't turn the camera. Okay. We got this. Ah, got stuck. I don't know if you guys have ever played RPGs, but I am one of those people that will check every single nook and cranny that I can. Because you never know what little fun secrets they have in store. Like here we have tons of different pots and tons of different monies that I need to collect. Because I'm a greedy bastard. Ooh, I got dumplings! Those sound really yummy. Is this a legendary shrine? We must be in the cave of Nagi. The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago. That we read, 20 minutes of 20 minutes of dialogue about it. First river of the heavens, and now this place. Where the heck are we, Furball? Besides, this place is a wreck. That's not what the word said. See, that sword's in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place. But this god is sure gonna help this guy out. Perfect. That really was your brushwork all this time. How did you get so good? Exactly who are you anyway? Hey, there's another constellation. This one looks like a rat. Boop. Woo! I like this one a lot. This character's cute. The oversized sword for the tiny little rat. It's perfect. Well, 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 if it isn't Mother Amaterasu, it's been a long time, but with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to ancient heroes. If there's anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I'm at your service. Make good use of this sword, as it was designed to conquer evil. I'm sorry if you can hear all those noises. My cats are hanging out and playing and goofing off in the same room. It's a good time. Yay! Hey, that was the god Tachigami, master of the power slash technique. Wait a minute, if you're getting all these powers, then you're just like that Shiranui. You know, the wolf that fought against and died alongside Nagi? When Shiranui died, the wolf's power was split into the 13 brush gods. This is crazy! Shiranui and Nagi? It's just like the legend. Well, anyway, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about showing your stuff off over on that boulder over there? Let me see, slice it in half by drawing a single line. I won't believe it till I see it. You got it, friend. Wow, I didn't think you had it in you, Furball. I'm not even in the same league as you. I guess I really overestimated myself. Hey, Furball. I mean, Amaterasu, I've made up my mind. If your Shiranui's reborn, then that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good as you. Lucky you! Yeah, I don't want it either. It's no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. But enough about me. Now that you've mastered the power slash, you can cut down that thing Sakuya was talking about. Let's go back and give it a shot. Alright. I love how there's a quest marker this time. Telling me where I need to go. Okay, there we go. Slash all of these. Let's go save the village! Pretty sure I'm gonna get into my first fight. Yep. Called it. What the? Where'd they come from? Ah, whatever. Draw first and ask questions later. You know that divine instrument you have on your back? Well, press square to use its power against them. Look, Amy. Once you've caught them off guard and turned them black and white, they're easy prey for your... I would say that's more sepia than black and white. Grab your brush and give them a power slash. Woo. Or, the other way I could do it is like this. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. And then while they're in the air, you slash them and you get a monster fang. Or demon fang. Perfect. Yay. Cool. Moving on. The one nice thing about this RPG is that it doesn't require you to grind to level up the characters. I do definitely like that a lot. Okay, let's cut it. So pretty. Wow! The village has been restored. Sakuya came through the big time. She really was protecting this village, but I sure wish I could have spent English. Channel your inner English. But I sure wish I could have spent some more time in her kimono, if you know what I mean. You're gross, Isun. But seriously, with monsters running around and all, the village could still be in danger. Let's go see how they're all doing down there. And I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you so much for this adventure today. If you like what you saw, go ahead and slap the subscribe button, high-five the like button, and leave a comment down below. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye!